This is what happened when Mysterio got the symbiote. 2019 Symbiote Spider-Man by Peter David takes place between the first Secret Wars, not this one, and when the symbiote becomes Venom. We open with Black Cat meeting on a rooftop with Mysterio to trade a sample of Spider-Man's new black suit, the files, which has information on Black Cat working with the Kingpin. Mysterio then teleports to one of his guys' labs to analyze the sample of Spider-Man's suit. But the friend works for Kingpin, so technically it's Kingpin's lab. So when Kingpin actually calls up, they all panic, which leads to Spider-Man having enough time to come in and slap up Mysterio. By this time, security is being called, and Spider-Man does that cool whip move from Spider-Man 2, you know, where he grabs the weapon and then flings it back at them. That's my favorite move, by the way, from the game. After Spider-Man deals with Kingpin's security, Kingpin bursts in, demanding the smoke from him. But Spider-Man dips, which leads to Mysterio being captured by the Kingpin. Kingpin ties him up, debating the ethics of separating the art from the artist, and Mysterio, obviously being a die-hard Graduation fan, gathers the power of the symbiote and becomes Raw overnight. He's Raw. Like, he literally bodies Kingpin and then tells him to pray that he never comes back. Do you understand this? The violation. He then goes to the top of a building to monologue and get a fit pick or something. Peter Parker then wakes up and remembers we're actually reading his book, silly. On a real, he's woken up by a call by Aunt May, who offers to take him out to the cafe because recently they haven't been on the best terms. Basically, Aunt May is not very nice. She disowned him, basically labeling him as a disappointment because he dropped out of college. As in, to random people, she will diss her own picnic. It's peak, you know. I understand why though, because Peter probably should have stayed in school because he is actually Spider-Man, but he went to get the train there. And I don't mean he took off his costume and he rode the train. Swung onto the train as Spider-Man on top of the train and was catching the train there. To where he's obviously jumped by Mysterio, who's been watching him, etc, etc. But I want you guys to deep this. And I'm not saying that I'm the smartest guy. Literally, I made a cup of tea purely to have as a prop in this video. And I spill it on my bed and my legs are sticky. But Spider-Man does not need to catch a train. He could have swung there. Yeah, that's how issue 4 of Symbiote Spider-Man ends. Now, the next issue is the last issue of the series, and I actually just read the whole series. And it's only 5 issues, it's a mini-series. This is definitely one that you'd want to read if you're stuck on a bus for an hour, trying to get to your friends who is only 20 minutes away. But the bus and the traffic, and they shut down East Ham and everything is destroyed. But yeah, I hope